What's up everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part today. I am so excited because this video we're going back to heaven and hell in Good Omens 2. So for those of you who may not know, Good Omens is one of those shows that really flew under the radar when it debuted back in 2019, but it was one of those shows that brought a sense of both magic and mischief that really caught my attention. By the way, you can find my review for season 1 in the description down below. And after ending that first season with a big bang and also foreshadowing something monumentous, that really did set the bar high for season 2. Fast forward 4 years later, holy crap, I just realized that it has been 4 long years, but we finally have season 2. But to be honest, I was kind of nervous going into this season, mostly because of the writer's strike, because when the WGA went on strike, a lot of movies and TV shows were put on hold, including Good Omens 2. So going into this season, I was kind of worried of how the writer's strike would affect the story this season was trying to tell. But I guess the people behind the show had enough to get by, so yeah, let's just release it on Amazon. Anyway, going into this season, a lot of it focuses on testing the friendship between Aziraphale and Crowley. Given how these guys have known each other for so long, they obviously know their likes and dislikes, which is perfect for other forces trying to pin them against one another. And that was one of the things that I really liked from season 1, which I think was season 1 episode 3, which is by far my favorite episode of the series so far, and that's where we see their friendship take place across human history. And it's kind of crazy because we see this demon from hell actually feel some sort of compassion towards the humans, and we see this angel from heaven kind of disagree with some of God's plans. And we continue to see that in season 2 as the story sprinkles in several time jumps where we see both of these characters rub off on each other. Now, while the central focus of season 1 was finding the Antichrist, season 2 follows similar beats, but instead we're trying to find the Archangel Gabriel, who has dropped off the face of heaven. And based on what we saw from the trailers, he's on Earth, but he's not the same as before. And that's what makes this story different from before, is that while season 1 was kind of like a search and rescue kind of story, but for the Antichrist, season 2 is kind of like a detective mystery story as we're trying to find out what happened to Gabriel. Another thing that this season tries to replicate is the human aspect of the story, because while we had our angel and demon characters, we also had human characters that played some sort of role in the story. Now this is where the season starts to lag, because while I enjoy Aziraphale and Crowley, I wasn't really invested in the human characters. In season 2, there's a moment where both Aziraphale and Crowley perform a miracle that sets off alarms in heaven, where they now have to prove that they made 2 women fall in love with each other. And while it's very fun watching an angel and demon play matchmaker for these 2 women, I gotta say, there isn't really a big payoff at the end. It's not like season 1 where our group of human characters played some role in preventing the end of the world, and that was something that bothered me because where is everyone? I mean, if you look back at the end of season 1, the Antichrist still has his powers, who is essentially a walking megaton nuke, and season 2 just ignores him. I mean, I'm at a loss of words here. I don't know if that character's story is all wrapped up or if they're just saving him for something else, but I was kind of hoping for season 2 to give us a chance to return to some of the human characters we fell in love with in season 1. Because when you look at it, there are 3 sides that keep this season together: heaven, earth, hell. We have our angel characters, our human characters, and our demon characters. And while I loved watching heaven and hell struggle with their own little crisis, back on earth, which is where we have Aziraphale and Crowley, we also have our human characters trying to help the story. And while I enjoyed watching Aziraphale and Crowley, I'm sorry, but the human aspect of this story really falls behind, which is kind of why I prefer the humans that we saw in season 1. But then again, the central focus to the entire series is the friendship between an angel and demon. And while season 1 did a terrific job in uniting these 2 characters, season 2 does an incredible job in putting their friendship to the test. And by the time you reach the end of the finale, you are speechless. Not gonna lie, by the time the final episode reached its end, I was thrown in for a loop because that episode makes some bold choices before setting you up for season 3. So overall, I really enjoyed this season. Did I love it as much as season 1? No, but I still had fun with it, and I'm hoping that season 3 comes sooner than later. And when I mean sooner, I hope that it does not take another 4 years. But anyway, if you're looking for something to binge on Amazon, I highly recommend you watch this series. It's funny, it's heartwarming, and it really does show you that friendship can come from anyone. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. That was my overall review on Good Omens 2. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button to see all these updates from this channel. I'll see you next time in the brand new video. Bye-bye.